reported today in The Verge. Bob Iger got Disney into the streaming wars, so what happens once he's gone? Between 2006 and now, Disney spent around $100 billion to become the unbeatable giant it is today, snapping up Pixar, Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, BAMTech, and 21st Century Fox. While the acquisitions were made as the result of teamwork across a number of divisions, they were mostly led by two people, Bob Iger, who was CEO up until Tuesday, and Kevin Mayer, head of Disney's direct-to-consumer division and the man in charge of all things streaming. Now, with Iger preparing to leave by the end of 2021, all eyes are on what comes next for Mayer. Mayer helped develop Disney's current streaming landscape and was largely seen as the company's heir apparent. So it came as a surprise to many when Disney announced its parks head, Bob Chapek, would be the next CEO. Mayer knows streaming better than anyone besides Iger, certainly better than Chapek, who's never worked with a direct-to-consumer vertical. Disney needs to chart a smooth course as competition heats up, its global rollout continues, and it builds out Disney+, ESPN+, and even Hulu. But with Iger leaving and Chapek getting the CEO position, there's growing concern around one big question: what happens if Mayer leaves? A former Disney executive told The Verge that anytime there is a CEO transition, whether it's a formal or informal breakup, the losers in the bake-off tend to leave. It's happened before. In 1994, former Walt Disney Studios head Jeffrey Katzenberg, now head of Quibi, thought he would become second in command to then CEO Michael Eisner, and therefore in the running for CEO. Instead, he was passed over in the wake of former Chief Operating Officer Frank Wells' death, and left the company months later. In 2016, Tom Staggs, a Chief Financial Officer turned Parks head turned Chief Operating Officer, left when it was made clear he wasn't going to be CEO. "My guess is that he won't stay," the executive told The Verge. "My recommendation is they do whatever they possibly can to keep him." Disney's streaming strategy is off to a strong start, but the company has already hit some major roadblocks. Production issues have affected a few high-profile original shows, executive changes are occurring at Hulu, product teams are still being integrated throughout BAMTech as teams work on ESPN+ and Disney+, and, perhaps most importantly, Disney+ identity is still being formed. Iger and Mayer are the best people in the know on what comes next, but Iger won't be at Disney in 22 months' time. Disney's new CEO doesn't have experience with streaming, and it's an area that Iger has routinely called the future of the company. It's not a self-running, autonomous paradise yet, like many other parts of Disney have become. The first problem is building out a steady stream of shows for D. For more on this story, visit the news article link.